And we are live. What is Gucci Manucci's? Welcome to the Half Court Podcast. On this episode, we have a special guest. We got my guy, Doug. What's up, Doug? Welcome to the Half Court Podcast, man.
What's good, man? What's good?
Yeah. So let's just start off by kind of introducing yourself. I already kind of did, but just go from there. And what do you do for a living?
My name's Doug. So born and raised Oklahoma City. What I do, I get that question a lot. It's pretty hard to say or pinpoint exactly what I do, but I try to do it all. So that's kind of my thing. But I'll break it down a little bit. Photographer. I've worked behind the camera before. I've done promotions for done a couple concerts, managed a couple artists. What else have I done? I've done a lot. Shoot, I don't even know. It's like anything you could think of really musically on the business side, other than making music, I've done. Because musically, I can't even bounce my head on.
Gotcha.
I can't even lie.
So, I was doing a little bit of research, and I see you're a man that always stays busy, stays on the grind, and I fuck with that 100%. That's the reason why you're in this podcast. One thing is that you started off as a photographer, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what kind of photography was that?
Really, it was freelance. I call it more freelance because a lot of photographers, they'll get in the studios and, the lights and all that. I was kind of the one where I was like, man.
Running and gunning?
Let's hop in the car. Let's roll up a blunt and, we'll go find somewhere cool to shoot a little photo and make it abstract. And it always worked out like that. And so I really call it freelance.
Freelance.
You can't really pinpoint, but yeah, that's what I guess you could call it.
Gotcha. Where are my manners, man? I am the host, Darwin Ortiz, if you don't know.
Darwin.
We got Aaron behind the camera, co-host. I even forgot about that, man. I'm just all over the place. But, we're going to be keeping it rolling. But to go back on that, so when you do the photography, was it more of like portraits or was it just like anything that was at the moment?
So really, it started out just with artists. I'd pick up any random artist. I kind of started out like this, like a little podcast, but it was more of a blog, a written blog. And so I would link up with all the artists, even creatives. I'll link up with anyone else who I thought was pushing the culture in Oklahoma. And we would link up, go on a photo shoot, and some would be portraits. Like if girls would come to me with ideas, like I'd always like to help bring their ideas to life. Like that, I guess that's just what I do with anyone. Is like that's what my passion is seeing other people bring their dreams to life. So it's like any way I can help out, and that's how it transitioned into my photos, if that's the right word, excuse me.
No, you good. So it just caught your attention to be like, you know what, I want to be a photographer. I want to take some dope ass pictures.
Yeah, and then that kind of was my finesse of what led into managing or even doing shows. Because if you have a camera, you can get in anywhere. You can get in a show. You can get into a wedding. You can get in because people just love photos. Like it's kind of like camera guy. Yeah, bro.
Yep.
AV knows off the rip for sure. But yeah, and so I guess that I went to a concert. I guess, yeah, that's the real story. I started off going back to a concert, and that's before I even had the camera. And I was like, how can I somehow get into the gates and do something different? And so the camera was something I noticed that I was like, okay, I like that. I've kind of did that when I was younger, but never really just jumped into it. And so then went to the show. It was Lil Uzi in Norman, Oklahoma at the OU thing, and man, he rocked it. I went crazy.
You can't go wrong with Uzi.
Yeah, man, he's about to come crazy in 2020. That's why he's excited for him.
Hell yeah, I'm with that. So, as far as like your camera, what was your first camera, and what camera do you have right now?
Man, the first camera I had was a Canon Rebel T5i. I remember, I think I got it off of like it was a friend I went to high school with, and he was just selling the whole setup for $500, and I was like, I got $500. Let me get it.
Gotta get it.
I didn't know nothing about the damn lens. Didn't know nothing about ISO. Didn't know nothing about shutter speed. Didn't know nothing about any of it. And I was just like, I'm gonna try it. So I started off with just put it on auto and shoot. Go crazy. And yeah, that was the first camera. I actually still have that camera. And then after that camera, I kept that for the longest. But the way my finesse with the camera was getting the lens. I got a Sigma. It was a Sigma Art. It was like a 1.8. 18 to 35 millimeter. It just brought the photos like to life. Like
it's pretty solid.
The art on it brought it literally 3-dimensional. It's crazy how that, because the bad thing about the Canon is you can't get video where it's stuff in low light situations. So it was kind of holding me back to an extent to like be able to work or get into the backstage with the artist or
right, because it's always dark in that scenario. So Yeah, I feel like everybody's go-to camera is either that, you know, the Canon TI series.
Yeah.
Like that's everybody's go-to. So right now, what is your current setup?
So current setup. So actually, I messed up. I upgraded to it was a Sony A7. Yeah, Sony A7. I want to say Sony A7 II I can't even remember. It was one of I sold it. I had it for a couple months. Sold it right off because I was just trying to maneuver a couple things, invest in a couple other things, and I didn't want to have a lot of people when you have the camera they walk all over you, and I was in that process of trying to level up on trying to be a manager and promote shows. And every time I go out somewhere when I'd have the camera, everyone would be like, "Bro, where's your camera?" And I'm like, "Bro, can I not just come out and like enjoy the time?" Like, so it was kind of like in a weird situation where I was like, let me sell off this camera. And, but I still got that Canon Rebel T5. Canon Rebel T5. Yeah, whatever it is, man. I don't get around to the camera no more, so it's kind of like it hurts. But man, that's where I'm actually trying to get back into because I'm gonna try to come out with a YouTube series. So
you should, because you stay busy, man. So it's like it's always good to document the content, and that's like what we're pretty much doing now. And as we mentioned in previous podcasts, we're working on the Barber Lifestyle channel. Yeah. The podcast right now is going, so I definitely recommend you to keep documenting your process, everything behind the scenes, backstage, and all that good jazz.
You already do really interesting shit, so that's like you already have half the battle beat. Cause
yeah,
just gotta fucking.
I guess what like it's something like kind of me and AB was talking about like earlier is it's like just like mentally sharpen yourself, just like getting over that hump and just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like there ain't nothing. It's just doing it, and that's all it is. What I said earlier is like having too many spears in the fire. Eventually got to pull out and kind of focus on one. And I think I'm kind of in that point to where it's like, and that's self-focus. You do that and you build yourself a platform. You can put anyone else on a platform.
Right. That's pretty much what we're doing here. Our mission with the Half Court Podcast is just to put people that are grinding in the city, that are making an impact in any way they can. And yeah, man. So it's like, just go for it. Don't make any excuses. Shit, with your phone, you can even start doing content. So
anything.
Yeah. So
the iPhone 11, I see people, man, you don't even need to buy a damn camera anymore. You can take the iPhone 11 and shoot a music video. Like
yes, it's crazy. It's crazy how that's going, man. But
can you break down like how long it's taking you for like from the time you bought the camera to now?
About three and a half years. So I remember it was like 2016 summer, like July. I actually had a friend pass away in 2014, but it was a couple years, he was like musically the one that was going to make out of Oklahoma. His name was Charlie McFly. And I kind of went to school with him for third grade and never really got in the music scene. He'd always invite me out in middle school. He was those one doing those jerk videos and stuff. You remember when that kind of scene was jerking and then wearing the skinny jeans and then just kind of doing the stuff before everything came about now. And he actually passed away in 2014, so it was like 2016. Me and my friend were just in the car and just smoking a blunt, and I was like, bro, what are we doing with our lives? Like, is this even fun? Like, we're going to college and stuff. So finally, I was like, bro, I'm just gonna get a camera and I'm about to start doing something. And so that was July 2016. That year, I threw my first show for the artist I managed with my best friend at the time. That December. And then after that, I kind of went into managing a whole group, a collective. We were NYEMG. It's like collective. We had 5 artists. We had me as a camera guy. We had 2 producers. We had a couple guys on promotions. Bro, we even had a security guard. We had it all. And so that was 2017. Did that the whole year. We went crazy. Was on every show. And then we kind of all just kind of fell out. And after that, I kind of fell into managing just a couple artists at the time. And that was kind of late July 2017. So I say 2018, that's whenever I was like, you know what? I started working in the clubs downtown because I was like, I want to get back and throwing shows again. And
by connecting with other people.
Yeah, working in the clubs, like you got to build yourself a platform. I got to be able to meet people I haven't ever met. And I was always the kid that I known people, but I always stayed to myself a lot. So I was like, getting in the clubs, like that uncomfortable factor that makes you just.
You got to get out of the comfort zone. So
bro, you got to do something different. Yeah. And so I got out, did that. And then I say that was 2018, did all that stuff. And that's what led into doing the concerts. And then before I got into concerts, that's when I kind of got rid of the camera just because I was like, I just wanted to try to level up and focus in. Like I was, so the camera, people would always try to lowball you. People would never want to pay you. People would never want to help you. Like
it was too much stress. Like you were not, it was just like,
yeah, welcome to our world, man. We get that on the daily,
You can't, bro, get walked on.
And then that's the thing, man. Let's talk about it a quick second. I feel like, because I wanted to talk about it in the previous podcast, but I just totally forgot. But it's like, I feel like the majority of the people that see a guy that's talented with the camera, they just want shit for free. And it's so frustrating because, like, I don't ask for a barber a free cut. I respect his work. So when you ask for shit for free, it's like you're not respecting my work. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, look at the stuff that you have for the whole podcast. Like, people don't understand how much like a tripod costs, or how much those little things or these like things that you pay for, flashes and just anything.
Yeah,
bro, you're investing in yourself, and it's like, bro, and they want like, hey, bro, $20. Let me take advantage of you for 3.5 hours.
Yes,
like 20. Come on, bro. Like
nah, bro.
They act like they're hooking you up. Like, fuck.
Like, bro, you're my homie.
Oh, and then this is the thing that they come out with, and it pisses me off. Like, bro, trust me, you're gonna get a lot of exposure. Like, bro, come on. Like,
it's like sometimes the exposure. It's like, bro, I got bills, man. I got family.
They'll be like, oh, my people are gonna
hungry, nigga.
bro.
Yeah,
like, this money is gonna pay for my gas to drive 30 minutes to your ass and then do my thing. Like,
so,
come on, man.
It's so frustrating. It's like, yeah, like really. It's so frustrating. They just don't take our job serious.
It's cool though. You got to go over that fucking slump. I think. Like, I mean, we're talking about it outside. It's like part of the. We're talking about it last time. Like, you got to work for free sometimes to.
Right.
You know, so that was part of the.
I was throwing out free photo shoots when I first came out. I was out
we
there,
all did
like,
that. We all did it.
Not just that. Like, you probably did a whole bunch of other free shit.
Bro, hell yeah. I mean, I'll still do it. I mean, bro, to be honest.
It just depends because if you find that it's gonna benefit both parties, then you'll do it. But
yeah. You
but,
gotta be able to
Right
bring
now,
something.
nobody's getting paid, but we're fucking all.
right, but it's something that's gonna help
We
all of us.
believe in each other.
Right, you
We
get what I'm
believe in
saying?
each
So
other,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, like when I started, and this is way before I linked up with Aaron. I tested out the waters, and I would hit up everybody, and then especially like real estate. I wanted to get in the real estate, gig because it's easy.
Yeah.
But it's also good quality work. A lot of people would be like, "Oh, is it gonna be free? Is it gonna be this?" Nah, I don't need it. Like, come on. Like, I can do one, but you can kind of sense their intentions. Like, nah, like they're using you instead of it. Like,
yeah, you got to be able to read that stuff, and so it's like, man, like I've been sucked jobs so many times by where it's like, you finally got to understand where it's like, are you beneficial? Are we benefiting each other? Or am I just like,
or you just using me or something?
yeah,
you know,
like and I've actually lost a lot of friends from that. I've lost a lot of people I've worked with from that. I've lost, and it's just. It almost puts you into like a anti-social mode, but like I even come to this podcast, what I'm saying, I really don't try to step out and do too much, but it's like, man, AV's like, he said, man, he believed me, and then like I looked into your stuff and I was like, bro, I gotta come out. I was like, it looks awesome out here. Like,
appreciate that.
And I can't believe in it. I know how hard he's worked and how y'all, so it's like, man, I'm
you know what I'm
grateful.
saying? Like, yeah, Aaron for what? For hard work, hustle. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but so going back to the music and like. Because I was looking at your Instagram and I see a lot of backstage and like I saw the baby. That shit was lit.
Bro, yeah.
So kind of talk to me about that. Like, so what is up with that?
So okay, so actually we booked the baby this year, man. I booked him in January. Like it was in March, so we booked him like 2.5 months before. Because actually a lot of people were talking to me about him, just like dropping his name, and I was like, I'll start looking into him. What's crazy about the baby is when I first went to my first South by Southwest. I think it was like 2016. There's that video and that pictures of him wearing that diaper walking around. Like, y'all have heard about that? People making fun of the baby wearing a diaper at South by Southwest, right? Yeah. Bro, if you look it up, bro. Okay, so he really was wearing a big ass adult diaper walking around 6th Street at South by Southwest. And I just remember me and all homies was like, bro, what the fuck? We was laughing at him. And like 2.5 years later, I'm booking him on a show. And then like the week after I booked him, that's when his like I think it was Suge went viral. Like he went viral. It went from 3 million views the week I had him booked to like 33 million.
And that's the thing with the baby, man. I feel like the baby is like, he is meant to be on social media. He just is kind of a different character when it comes to just creating content.
My bad. I remember with that show you had to reschedule, huh?
Bro, yes. Okay, so that's another crazy thing is we had him, I think it was booked for March 29th. And so March 28th, his father actually passed away. And the same crazy thing about the day of his father passing away is his album went #1. So, or no, Nipsey, his father passed away and Nipsey passed away the day his album went #1. Like, so it was a day before my show.
Which one? Which album was that?
It was what was that? Baby on Baby. That's the one it was. Baby on Baby. It was the one with like the blue.
Oh yeah.
So that one, we had Suge and all that on there. It actually went #1. Then it was like the same week Nipsey died. Then his dad passed away the day before the show. So we had to reschedule it to April. And And then, like, you know, all the condolence to his family, and so that sucks for, you know, his dad passed away, man. I really felt that, so we definitely rescheduled. I was like, whenever you're ready, and he got right back with us ASAP, and so his business is good.
I seen the video too. He was like, you know, I'm gonna get back. You know, I had a family emergency, and I'm gonna go hard. When we get back, I'm gonna go hard. OKC, and like
his business good.
I respect
man.
that. I respect that.
That $1 billion baby, he really gonna be a billionaire.
Yeah, I think he is, man. The way he's set up, like I said, he's meant to be on social media. The way he's doing his videos, I think he just goes up to, you know, any city and like just does those, like, what is it called, the Musical.ly videos?
Yeah. He
that gets like the fans involved. That gets the fans engaged, so they're gonna fuck with him like even more. You know what I'm saying? So
what's crazy about this too is when we booked him for so cheap, bro. Like it's so cheap that I don't even want to say the price. I done booked for like $12,500. Now he's selling he's doing shows over $100,000 in a year. Like that was last April. It's not even a year, bro.
Shit.
I got him for $12,500 in January. And now, bro, he makes over $100,000 a show. Like, think about how now he's about to come back to the BOK Center in Tulsa, and he's gonna sell out the arena.
But Dougie was the first one to brought him here.
Same for Blueface. Same for Blueface. That's kind of like how my brand was. I have a brand that's like called Next Year Entertainment.
So do you get to like speak to these guys?
Yeah. I mean, you got to like, and when they
like,
show up.
You do business
can you
kind
of? I mean, I know this. I don't know if you want to do it, but could you break down kind of what you do, like for a show? Because you just see the show when you go, but you never sit back and think of all the stress. Like when you did the Mozzie show, I was doing. That was my first time doing video for an artist, and like
that was my first concert ever.
Yeah,
that first concert ever through. So it was your first time doing videos. My first concert ever. That show was a hectic one. I didn't know what I was doing. A guy came to me. He was like, his name was Sam, and he was with Land Runners, and he was like, "You want to do a show?" And I was like, he said first it was like we booked Cousin Stiz. And that was supposed to be the same week as Mozzie, but then there's like a month later, he came back with the Mozzie show. I said, bro, I'm down to book Mozzie. Like, he's going crazy in Oklahoma City. So we did that one, and that one was kind of a learning process, bro. That's how I fell in love with throwing shows and promotions is, it was just, you see 800 people, 900 people out in front of you, and, you know, it's like you created this whole entire show, and, you know, like the stage brought.
And you have the best seats. That's like the best part of it. Like,
it's like
he's fucking working throughout the whole thing,
bro. But the time when you enjoy it is like, yes, you work.
When you enjoy your job, it's not a job.
But no, you work your ass off. The headache is real all the way up until the point to right when the artist walks on stage and performing, and it's like. That I did this work for the last 2.5 months just so I can enjoy this 30 minutes of him performing right now in front of like, but it's worth it. It's worth it because it's worth it. But it's a headache. It's you deal with a lot of people. You find out the fakes, the reals, and promotions. Like you find out who just uses you, you know, to get in the shows and stuff. And so, but it's like you use that. I try to use that platform to give people who I like believe in that opportunity that I never had. Like you never did this before. Like you really want to learn it. Okay, Kira, let me put you on my wing and I'll put you on type thing. So
you say it's pretty stressful. So
stressful, but awesome. Awesome, bro.
How you been able to handle it?
Good, but also it's made me want to step back. I came into 2019 hard. I did 3 shows back to back. Blueface, I did Quando, and I did The Baby within the first 4 months because we did The Baby in April, and it just made me want to step back. And I want to focus on managing artists more because I have artists on my hands that know Hezo, and it's like, bro, we've had some. In the 3 years of me doing music, we've had the best movements in like this last year, and like linking with some people that will change my life, like musically. That's just like kind of waiting on us. Like just come on, like keep your foot on the pedal, and they're waiting, and so it's just like we're on a crazy ride. But that's where I'm at now, is working on with No Hezo and just focus on managing and building my platform type of thing.
Nice. So I went from photography to promotions. Now you manage a couple of artists.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said No Hezo. Mm-hmm. Is that the only one you manage right now, or you got?
Right now, like that. Yeah, that's really the only one I manage right now.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. I work with other artists. Like I work with the artist named Bray Sav, and there's a couple artists in the city too who I'll throw like a little like free game to. Like, you know, I want to see people come up from those cities. So it's like really a lot of people are afraid to hit me up, but it's like if they hit me up, it's like, bro, 9 times out of 10 I'm so real that I'll just tell you like, bro, go do this. Like you should just work on this. And back in the day, like. A lot of people know this. I used to pay for that advice. Like Nipsey Hussle's DJ VIP. I was paying him to consult me, and he'd give me like a 10-word sentence, and I'd send him $250, and he'd give me a 10-word sentence, and that was like his consultant. Like,
damn.
I'm like, bro, what's the advice of this? And he's like, I'm on the free. And like I did that probably 3 or 4 times, and the shit he tells me is the shit I have to is dead ass. What is I'm trying to do now? Like it's crazy. And Nipsey Hussle, like that really the king of independent, and like that. I would pay for advice. I'd pay to get consultants. So a lot of people don't realize how it is coming up in this stuff.
You got to pay for the game.
Gotcha. You got to do whatever it takes, man. Got to do whatever it takes.
Seriously.
So, you've been in the movement, in the hip hop game. Do you pay attention to the rappers here in Oklahoma City?
Yeah, you got to, man. I mean, I want to be able to put a couple artists on. Like, there's an artist like ASO here. Like, it's a young kid coming up. There's an artist named Swank. There's a couple artists. I mean, there's a lot of artists. Like, there's even a guy named Hugh Glass. Like, there's artists in so many different genres, from white rappers to Hispanic to like, not even race, but it's like, like, I try to just dip and dab and try to tap into every culture, because then you bring that all into one. Like, Oklahoma's really a melting pot. Like, if you really think about it out here, it's like there's so many different ways you can go. Even the EDM scene, like, even country. I don't listen to country, but them guys make a lot of money. They make like $1 million a concert. Think about that.
Yeah, they're going crazy out there, man.
They go crazy, bro. And we're in the country.
I mean, like, I don't like it either, but it's like it's there, it's there. It's making money,
Yeah. It's different, but that's why, like, Oklahoma, it's kind of open market, and the music scene is coming. It's coming, and we're developing. It's just getting out too. A lot of people only try to stay within Oklahoma. It's about trying to, like, get it out, like, then promote to other places. Don't
right, and then and just try to, like you said, network and try to get more people, collab with other artists,
travel. Always.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. So yeah, that's definitely cool. I'm still waiting, and I think there's a lot of potential here, because the rappers here, they put in the work. So I'm waiting, for that big boom. It's like with AV, with the video of Scissorhands, that shit was hilarious. He's still waiting for somebody to just come up.
To all you rappers out here, I'm getting old now.
I got you.
I'm getting old.
I got you.
I'm getting old.
I got you.
I'm ready for somebody to blow the fuck up, blow Oklahoma. I want us to be known for rap music too.
That nigga too. That nigga.
I keep it real and I keep it 100. Come on now. Now, no disrespect for y'all that's getting your money.
What you want to see?
I want to see a motherfucker every time I look at MTV Jams, a nigga bumping from Oklahoma. When I go to Texas, California, whatever, when I walk in the club, they banging a nigga from Oklahoma. All I want to do is pick up the phone. Nigga, they banging your shit out here. They love you out here. That's it.
And like I said, it's just you got to keep working. Put in that inconsistency. And yeah, I think it's in a couple of years there's gonna be something.
And speaking on shows too, I wanted to kind of dip back into that. What makes shows so stressful? Okay, is I don't think I've had one show go through exactly how it was supposed to go through. So even the Mozzie show, the day of that show, we had it at a venue, and then the venue that we had it at was ACM downtown. They canceled on us the morning of the show, so we had to find a venue that day of. And so it's like, think about that. That made me go in a hectic mindset of like, how do I do this? And then I had Blueface come. That show actually went pretty smooth. Then Quando, excuse me, I had to change venues like a week of his show because the people canceled on us. And then the baby, you got to think about it. When his dad passed, I had to reschedule that show. So just like Blueface is probably the smoothest one that I ever did. But man, every concert, it's like something comes up. Like
it never goes as planned. So with Blueface, was people actually singing his songs?
Bro, crazy. That was the craziest show we had. Like Dooley back there. Is that show crazy? That was probably the craziest one. Like, man, like, shout out to Dooley back there. That's Hezel's little bro. He's coming up producer, and he's trying to do his thing.
He got some fresh kicks. I see him with the fours.
I mean, he coming. He coming. We gonna make sure he learn everything. He's just being a sponge and just soaking up the music.
Hell yeah.
So I always try to bring him along and learn stuff.
Yeah, get him young, man.
Key, man, spreading the wealth.
Hell yeah, you got to.
Seriously, man, just give people the best opportunities you could. It's like there's always someone. You always started somewhere where you needed to have to, learn from someone, and just always give back. It helps out. It'll come back around full circle.
Yeah. So.
My Blueface, yeah. That
people,
show was,
that's what I like. I'm like,
I booked him in December, and everyone was telling me I was tripping. They're like, bro, he sucks. They're like, you hear his fucking music? Like, what? Who wants to listen to that? I'm like, bro, that Tatiana, that shit hard.
That Tatiana's the only one I think
I was
goes
hitting
hard.
that, bro. I don't got no rhythm, but I was hitting the Tatiana. Like, and when I booked it, man, it actually it went like, you know how you say Facebook viral? Shit went Facebook viral. I was like, gosh, dog, these people really wanted to see Blueface. And when he came, kids was really singing it. He threw his jacket. Them kids fought over his jacket, and them kids they went bananas, man. Like, it was awesome.
Cause some of his thing is like, I hit it with a banana, and I hit it with a banana. Like, I just can't understand him,
You
man.
sound like a hater, bro.
I'm not hating.
He's an so that's where you get into the thing, okay, where there's like, okay, a lot of people are like, okay, Blueface sucks, he's not a rapper, but that's when you get into the thing, okay, there's entertainers, there's rappers, all that stuff, man. He's an entertainer. He's more, he can get up there and you want to watch him. You want to watch the goofy shit he does. Like that's what's
like Black Boy's kind of like a little like that. It's a little goofy up there.
Like when 6ix9ine get back out, bro, Instagram boring without 6ix9ine. I don't care what no one says. When 6ix9ine
I gotta agree with you.
Instagram is boring without 6ix9ine. I miss, man, like he just got sentenced. I think he'll
be all right. I think he'll be all right.
I'm scared for him, but they gave him 2 years.
That's the thing, yeah. When it comes to that, I don't know what's gonna happen when he gets out. But as far as like if he's gonna still be relevant and the fame is gonna be there, I think it's still gonna be there.
I don't even know why we're talking about this guy,
bro. I feel bad for. No, I was just saying entertainment.
Yeah.
So like, okay, so obviously on that side, like, yeah, man, I pray to God for him. But on the entertainment side, like, dude, he was an entertainer. He made it fun. He made it interesting, and that's.
Would you book 6ix9ine for a show?
Fuck no. I'm not taking that problem. Fuck no, bro. No. Like I wanted to for all this chat, but it's like, bro, it's like, nah, like that.
I think that would have, before the whole, snitching and whatever, I think that would have been epic. If you were able to pull that off.
Shit, you probably,
bro, he probably didn't what Blueface did, went crazy. Yeah, but he did, he has that one song, who's it with? I don't know where he almost has like 1 billion views almost. He has like 889 million or something.
6ix9ine?
Yeah, it's like that song. He's like has some Hispanic in it.
It's with Anuel, yeah.
It's worldwide. It's a worldwide song.
Yeah,
Is like
2 cultures get together, so it's like.
And I think isn't Spanish like one of the biggest like languages in the whole world.
21 countries.
So he's hitting everything, and it's like, I mean, that's why he's an entertainer. I mean, he might not have the best rap, but he found his lane, and that motherfucker ran with it, man. And
for real,
I pray for him when he gets out. But Instagram is boring. I will say that. I'm gonna need some more. It's just funny people on there.
Yeah, he fell in that trap of like, once you make it as an artist, just stop the bullshit. Stop all that gang banging, and that's what he got caught up in.
He ran with it.
That's the bullshit.
He gets what he deserves at that point, man. It's like, and that's what he gets. Pray for him, man. That's all I say.
So you said you were from Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
And then what's your next move right now?
Next move right now is really I'm really trying to dip and dab with a couple new artists. I'm trying to just work, really not even just manage. I just want to help connect dots. I know a lot of people in the industry, and I want to help be able to give artists better marketing, like stuff that's like that will help them, but they understand you got to invest in yourself. Like I used to invest in a lot of artists. I used to do a lot of things with my own money to where it's like you can only do so much for them, and to where it's like you got to put it up for yourself. And so it's I'm trying to find those artists that are like kind of develop more and kind of ready to take that next step. Because I have people with labels and YouTubers and influencers and stuff like that, to where it's like you can utilize these resources, but it costs. But it's really what all these artists use. Like when when DaBaby talked about being he had like 3 houses and 4 cars, sold it all, and he had like 1 car and was living with his homie and went broke. And then now look at him, he's the biggest artist in the world. That stuff's real. It really means it.
Like, they gotta understand that what you do is a job at the end of the day too. So you're putting in a lot of hours and stuff. So the entrepreneurial life is tough. But even with y'all here with the barbershop and the podcast and everything, like you walk in this place, everyone, man, this is like shit. This is like the office. This is where you come in, you make money, you make work.
Right. It's where you live that freelance hustle.
This is where you'll look back on in 10 years and be like, bro, you remember we was over there just like in Oklahoma City, just in the house, and now look where we are. We in the fucking office. We like that's the come up. That's the best. I like looking back on these times.
Yeah, man, and this is upgrading. It's
dope,
improved,
bro. You guys have the best, like, bro. You guys have a dope podcast a lot, like. And then I told them when this little logo come in, y'all stay tuned. They're gonna get something dope to watch.
Hell yeah. So, you right now moved to Dallas, right?
Mm-hmm. I live in Dallas currently.
Are you planning on getting into that market over there?
Yeah, it's exactly.
It's a bigger market, huh?
Exactly what I'm doing. So Oklahoma, I pretty much have touched a lot of it. I've touched a little bit of Arkansas, Kansas. Now it's like getting to Texas, because you got to think there's 4 major cities. There's Dallas, there's Houston, Austin. A lot of people look over San Antonio, but San Antonio, there's actually got a music scene. It's kind of like how Oklahoma City is. It's that look over city where it's like music scene's coming up. But I want to be able to get out there and be able to connect. For promotion wise, I eventually want to get back into helping artists route tours. I want to be able to book tours and then work with these artists. But there's a couple people out there like in Dallas, man. Shout out to my homie Shot by Legend. He's a camera guy as well. Like, bro, just like how I met AV, you meet him with the camera and you could be friends. I met him like 3 or 4 years ago, right when I was getting into it. And he's put me in a couple great situations down there. And he's linked me with one artist coming up out there. His name is BFG Strap. He's coming up fast. He's young, coming up fast. And other than that, just really, I've just been trying to dip.
Just kind of expand.
And another guy, Arlington. Arlington's a big city, but it's like because DFW. And there's a guy out there, Nike Boy Meach. That's actually Hezzo's family, and so he's coming up out there, pretty big too. And he's actually linked with Splurge. You know who Splurge is? You ever heard of him?
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
You've heard of Splurge?
Not too familiar with it, but I've heard.
Yeah, he's coming up. Say Cheese kind of pushes them a lot, and they're a pretty good blog. You ever heard of Say Cheese? Like, shout out to them, man. They helped us out a lot with Sean.
Can you
Cotton.
talk about that a little bit? Because I seen that you guys had a thing going on where he came down and kind of gave advice and all that. Like, how did that come about?
So actually, man, with Sean, it first started out the business. Like with Sean, it's like any business is you got to be able to build that relationship through business, and so we built it. We actually got Hezzo on Say Cheese, did all that, and then we linked with him in South by Southwest. We got Hezzo interview with Sean. We did that thing, and then after that, Sean just called me up one night at like 1 a.m. and it was like I think in May or June or April or something like that. It was like, yeah, it's May. And he's like, hey, bro, I want to work with y'all. Y'all seem like good people, and you guys seem pretty solid. Let's do a pop-up out there in Oklahoma City, and I'll come out there and basically look at the talent, scout talent. And because, I mean, he's helped us. He's real. I mean, his blog really puts people on and gives people the attention they need. And so he came out here. We did that, put a couple artists on. They performed, and just a big network event. It was just let everyone come out, camera people, and even podcast. We had a couple podcast people. We had clothing lines. We had it all, and just come out and link. And it was awesome. I mean, it gave people good opportunity.
That's crazy that he took that he noticed that you were trying to do some shit, and he for him to call you was crazy. Cause
I mean, yeah, like that.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a big platform.
That shit
hit you up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he did. Honestly, like, I mean, but it's like, yeah, it was cool.
Just him coming out here.
And honestly, when I looked at my phone, I was shocked. I was like, damn, because like he was calling me. A lot of people with Sean Cotton. Like, if you just know him, like, and you know the stuff he does, it's like, it's a good phone call. That's one of the best connections you can have. I feel like in the music industry right now coming up because.
Like kind of like the independent.
Yeah.
He had a little camera. Like the videos at first was like shitty and shit, but I mean he got it going.
He started out like just like this, just interviewing people. He started just interviewing artists, random artists, built his own platform up, and just like, and it just took off, and he turned into a business, and it works. He has a system that works. He just has a system that works. Shout out to him, man.
Hell yeah.
And
I feel like it just helps everybody. That's what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you want to invest in yourself, they go invest in that way. That's like one of the easiest ways to invest, and one of the probably cheapest ways in the industry to invest into to actually get real results. Like, I'm all about organic. Like, when we got Hezzo on there, like, it was about organic. We didn't pay for followers. A lot of people will pay for followers and stuff, and it's like, nah, like, if you're working with me, I don't want you to pay for followers. You're not paying for streams. You're not paying for views. We're not doing none of that.
You're trying to have it as pure as possible, and more than anything, build a community. I think
and build a real fan base, because, like, there's no point if you have 1 million followers, but you can't sell out a 500 cap show, and so it's like, for me, whenever I'm throwing shows with him, or I'm trying to get him booked on shows, or even feature price, or just people coming in, it's like how I can judge prices and all that is like when he does a show, seeing how many fans come out and actually seeing just seeing how stuff is. And like a lot of people know that, but I base it off real industry stuff. Like, I work with people in the real industry, so it's like I try to keep it as the industry standard. And a lot of people will take, just like with photography prices, if you keep it industry standard, people will take that stuff with offense, but that's really how it is. Like, I just try to treat it how a label would and everything, and if you practice what you preach and all that, like, eventually it'll come true. And so I just try to keep business, just how I've had to go through it. You know what I mean?
Okay. We just got an Amber Alert.
Uh-oh.
Shit about to go down.
Uh-oh. That's, bro, they're like one of the, like, I think it's like a top 3 or 4 or 5, like, deadliest city in the nation. Did you guys know that? In Tulsa.
Really?
North Tulsa? Yeah.
God damn.
Actually, my friends are from out there. I actually have a YouTube influencer. He's my friend, and he's actually a rapper, B. Lou. He's from North Tulsa, born and raised.
Oh, yeah. I follow him.
Yeah, and then another homie, his friend, his name's Aaron. His name's like he helps out there, do this kind of stuff. I do dot connector. He took me out to the hood, the north side of Tulsa one time. He's like, when you cross this street, it's going to be a whole nother world. And it really was like, I mean, shit, it was
My bad. Do people ever fuck with you because you're like a white boy? And
bro, I'm always the only white boy around, so I worry about that everywhere I go. I honestly do, but
you're a cool white boy though. Like,
I mean that's how. And as soon as you talk to me, you know I'm a cultured white boy. Like I'm probably the most cultured white boy a lot of people meet, and so I can adapt in my surroundings. Like, and I have not been fucked with, luckily, and a lot of people that keep it cool because like I mean like I'm about business. Like I really want to do this music stuff, so it's like the people I work with, it's like. You know, it's like, let's try to do something musically. Don't just let me pull up and, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you know, but they're cool. I feel like if you keep it just that way, like, I don't know. It is nerve wracking, bro. I promise you. When I was in Northside Tulsa, I was like, and then even in Dallas, I go to Dallas, like the homies in Dallas, their studios, it's in the hood. And I'm out there, like, they tell me like, yeah, the homie was just in the shoot like 4 days ago at the corner store.
That's like normal to
200 feet that way. And like, I drive by, there's bullet holes in the wall. And I'm like, fuck, I'm in the studio. I'm not just in the studio. I'm like, man, so it's real, but it's like that. That's why that rapper life is like, it's real, and it's, you gotta always be on your toes, and it's just crazy, bro. A lot of the things is the social media. A lot of people just, I mean, I don't want to say clout, but that that makes people go crazy doing stuff too nowadays. So it's like the internet, man, it's a crazy generation with the internet, bro. I swear to God.
I think I got a question for both of y'all, because y'all been in the game, you know. Videographer when it comes to music videos, promoter, and now managing an artist. What got both of y'all into like doing, you know, fucking with the culture and like just getting into that music industry kind of thing? You can start first, bro.
Mine was like I said, when my friend passed away, Charlie McFly. I was kind of at a dead point in my life. It was like the week before he passed away, the week after he passed away, I was supposed to go to the first show I promised him. He was already in like a bunch of shows, and so when he passed away, it's like I kind of felt like his spirit kind of like took over, like for real. Like known him since 3rd grade, and it'll get me choked up talking about it because like it's like when that spirit lives through you and people say that, I really feel like that, and he's kind of what inspired a lot of people around me, and so it's like the same.
Because he wanted to become.
Yeah, like he was linked with a lot of people that were real big. Like he was linked with Nipsey Hussle back in a hotel in Oklahoma City before Nipsey was blown up. Like he was way back, like young. Like he was my age, 23, and you got to think how old Nipsey was and how long ago. Like he was doing that in like 2013, 2012, and so he was already doing it at that age. How young we were and getting with the right people, he would have been on. And so it's like the one saying that he says that always stuck with me. It's like, everything I got to drop now, it has to be perfect. And so it's like, I'm at that point now. It's like everything I have to do now, it has to be perfect. It's like no reason to half-ass, no reason to do that. So that's what catapulted me in the music industry. And then just, he was a creative. He did everything. So I just tried everything and just lived through his spirit, man. Rest in peace to him.
Okay.
What about you, AV?
Storytelling. That's really what it comes down to for me, I think, at the end of the day. I like just
kind of putting everything together.
Yeah, and then if you really sit back and look at all this shit, it's like a movie, bro. Like if you just were to document everything, it'd be tight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to see all kinds of shit.
Memory.
So
you never know. Yeah, it's like
even just when it comes to like, for example, the music video scene or like the music scene. When I started dropping videos, there wasn't really a lot of people, so I'm sure people saw my shit and were like, who the fuck is this kid?
Hell yeah.
Because I used to say that shit about Mr. Sharp when I used to see his stuff.
That's how I first saw you. I was like, who's this guy? And then he came out with like industry quality back when I was
hitting them like pa 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 pa. To me, that was like, and then I was around all these people, like seeing how they live, like these artists. So to me, I want to shoot movies. So that was like little movies to me. Like that was like.
Now, did they fuck with you from the get go, or you had to just kind of build like? Like,
how do you get in
the
with
same as
them?
Question you asked homeboy over here.
How you get in with them? Because that's the hard. Like as a cameraman, how'd you get in with them?
To be honest, bro, I linked in with the hoodest motherfuckers I worked with. My buddy, I used to cut his hair, and he worked with this dude, and he was like, my homie needs a music video. Hood ass dude. So he fucking, they worked at like Arby's or something back then, and he gave him my number. We were like 16. This dude calls me like fucking a year and a half later. He's like, hey, bro, I just got out. I'm trying to work. You know, like, and he was trying to work. This fool came through with the money, and we're out there, bro.
In the hood, huh?
I just fucking putting in work, bro. Like $400 a video type shit.
Got all your equipment in the hood. You always thinking
the hood, bro. These fools are all just.
Like, just paranoid. And
like, literally one of them, bro, I shot a video on a Tuesday, and then they shot him on a Thursday. Like, killed him. So I was shooting a dead man's video.
It's crazy. It's scary, bro. Like being, bro.
Damn, you was.
Peace to Baby 7, man. That was one of the times where I was like, this shit is real, because I was with these fools for like a week working, you know, and then it's like if we're together, and then
It's scary. Like no.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
The music.
it makes you think too, because I felt like I was a part of that. I was like, damn, like I'm influenced.
You could think that the day before was I. What if you?
You know, like probably drill, like because their music was drill shit. So like I was like, damn, was I a part of this fucking like? But I mean, I got over that. But for the moment, I was like even I didn't mean to contribute in that way, but
It's
shit
still,
is real,
it's
bro.
no, bro. And that's one thing about the music industry is it's like it's real out here, man. It's scary and like, and there's a lot of tips like, man, it's like it's just scary, bro. It's like you always gotta be on 10 toes, and they always talk about you always hear these festivals when artists will show up and like they get their ass beat at a festival because they got beef or some shit like that. Like even if you're a big artist, like you still get beat, you get your ass beat. And it's just you guys gotta watch how you carry yourself and watch how you do, because like this shit always comes back around. I feel like.
Yeah, I think.
Bro, and I've
Yeah.
learned. That's why I'm like, so I stay to myself, man, because like a lot of people, I've been fucked a lot, man. So it's like kind of makes you just antisocial and just like you don't even want to do nothing.
A lot of fake in the industry, huh?
Can you talk a little bit more about that mental strength thing? Like, how were you able to like when you take L's? How are you able to come up back from that?
So like the way I like the number one thing with the L's, everyone always calls it a loss. I always try to train myself to find the lesson in it, and you know you can only take so many L's before the lesson got to be fucking learned, you know. So, but mentally, like I just try to the determination. You gotta realize like how many people even are dependent on you, and sometimes that will like stretch you thin. But you also got to find the right people who are there for you that are not just leeching off. You know what I'm saying? The right people that are trying to progress. Because there's one interview I saw. I think it was with Snoop Dogg. And he was talking about his homies. He's like, okay, so like you know, say you're pushing, you're progressing, you're going up. It's like your homies sometimes expect you to come down to the level instead of you expect your homies to close that gap and level up with me. And so like that's like a big thing that after I watched that video is like I've kind of always applied that. And so with mental strength, it's like I don't know, man. It's like when you come from nothing, you come from the stuff I've been through. I've been adopted. I'm one of 11. Growing up with alcoholics, growing up with drug abusers, all that stuff in the family, and brothers in prisons and stuff. And so it's like when you kind of come from nothing, you gotta make a way out and try to be the one that the family depends on. Man, your mental strength is it's mentally you gotta have it. There's no other way.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that I wrote, and it's called like my easy method to a happier life. And so like the E is for easygoing, the A is for ambition, the S is for spontaneous, and the Y is for yourself. And you just apply those 4 things in life, I feel like it's like the easiest way, because like easygoing.
Fuck with that.
For real.
I fuck with that. Hell yeah. I definitely felt that, man. It's like, you know, it's a pretty tough, you know, growing up when you have all that shit, you know. I think I've had it pretty rough growing up too. So I think myself, I'm pretty mentally strong when it comes to that. And yeah,
makes you go get her.
Yeah, I felt you on that, man. And you still young, bro. You 23, right?
Yeah, 23 years old.
23 with that mentality. So I think, yeah, you're gonna get to places, man. Because yeah, you
seriously. I mean, I hope so. I just pray. I always tell myself that like even at the lowest times, like there's a storm always passes, the sun always gonna come back, and whatever goes down has to come up eventually. You know what I'm saying? And whatever goes up has to come down. It's like it's just life. Life's a full circle, and everything will come back right, and you just gotta just keep going. And a lot of people will say like, you know, you could stop on life. Like life won't stop for you. So if you stop doing what you need to do in life, like life's gonna keep going, and you're gonna fall behind in life. And so you can't fall behind in life. Life's gonna keep going, so you gotta keep going no matter what.
That is correct. It can make you or break you. So you decided, you decided, you know, if it's gonna, you know, make you or break you. Period.
But you got a beer? You got an extra one? Yeah. Can I get a beer? I got cottonmouth so bad, so I was like, bro, fucking beer would be awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hell no, he don't even. He said he's gonna. Hey, actually, how do you only like 20, ain't you, huh? Are you like you 17? 18. Are you 14?
You look young as hell,
No.
man.
He is, man, and that's like one thing about it is like I love him, bro. I love him to death. Has his little brother, because like he's just always down to like go learn, and like I always tell people like, bro, I'll give you my connections. I don't get, because like I always feel like if you want to build
And yeah, you got to do it, bro, because at the end of the day, you got to have a team. We stress that a lot. That's why me and Aaron linked up, and we're like just boom, like we're there. You know what I'm saying? So that's good, bro. And anything is way better when it's family. I've known Aaron for quite a bit now, and he's the one that got me in this.
That's
you know what I'm
awesome.
saying? So it's like,
Because like you always want to be able to build them up to the point to where it's like, what if you had to leave and go do something, and there's something you want them to handle? Hell yeah, there's something you want them to handle. It's like you don't want to just leave and then you got to handle while you got to go handle maybe something else. It's like, oh, you good?
Okay.
Hopefully it's not cracked, man. That's the good iPhone.
AV is acting unusual.
Is it good?
Is it good? All right, the screen is good, ladies and gentlemen.
Crisp, man. My phone is shattered, bro.
I'm pretty sure the mic got that one. That was a pretty hard fall.
They probably thought you fell down in the video. They're probably, is he good? Did he fall down back there?
For real.
Like,
but where were we?
we were talking about mental strength. Mental strength. What about you, AV? What's some things? Because like, bro, I've always looked at you and you always talk about some good things of mental strength. You drop them gems.
Positivity, bro. I would like at the end of the day, like you said, you just like I'll look at my mission at the end. Like what do I want to do? So, like, I have no choice but to fucking get up and keep going if I want to get there, you know? Like, that's it. That's really all. And I want it so bad that I'm not going to stop until I get there, you know, or whatever. So it's...
Hell yeah.
Like, it might take a little longer, but I'm still on that fucking mission, you know? Yeah.
So, when the negativity hits you, because we all get those days where negativity hits you, what is a good way to kind of get away from that shit? Like, what do you do?
To be honest, sometimes I stay away from people. Whenever I'm too negative and too fucking toxic that day, I may just like.
Cause people feed off that. You don't want to make them feel some type of way just because like you. So it's always like, but that's one thing too. People gotta understand that is like being able to like be. You gotta be able to be by yourself sometimes, and that's the ultimate way to like mentally sharpen yourself is being alone because like you gotta like. You figure out yourself. You gotta figure out yourself before you can do anything else in life. And shit, being yourself, that's part of my easy method to happy life is just yourself. Like when you can accept yourself and accept what you like and accept what you do and what you love, like shit, that's the ultimate happiness. I mean, money and all that makes the world go around. But if you accept yourself, you can make that shit happen. Like
yeah,
easily.
definitely. I definitely when I'm negative and shit, that's what I try to do too. And I think it helps a lot. I just try to get away from everybody and then maybe go work out or like find some distraction, but that's like my time, like alone time, like where I can just kind of reflect and, you know, meditate a little bit, you know.
Even with smoking, that's why like a lot of people, I like smoking weed because it's like I have ADHD pretty bad. So smoking weed, it kind of like slows me down and to focus in and it calms my nerves down. I mean, just anxious, like, and I mean, sometimes, you know, I might get anxious off that shit, but you know, that's why I like it because it's medication. And shout out to Oklahoma, you know, for making that shit legal. You know, hopefully recreational comes around. Like, you know, the home state turned into a damn hippie state.
I mean, it's making progress, man. Honestly, Oklahoma's making progress. They need to jump on the, you know, what's making money. Bro. And what's beneficial, because if you're gonna be behind because you're Oklahoma, I'm this strict, you know. You got to jump on it. Colorado, as soon as they got recreational legal, you know how many millions or billions they fucking made?
See, that's crazy. You know? That's one thing I hate about Oklahoma is because one of the most profitable businesses in Oklahoma is prisons. Like, our state profits off sending people to fucking prison. Like, a lot of people know this is like, okay, so if an inmate gets sent to prison, say someone gets sent to prison for 10 years, and that's what they sign for, the state gets $32,000 and some change for every year. So
that's crazy.
If they go for 10, that's $320,000 that prison will get checked.
Holy shit.
So like, yeah, I've learned a lot of this stuff just recently because I had a friend that's been going through it. And so, you know, like just learning this stuff in Oklahoma and how prisons are just the private prisons.
You know your shit, bro.
Hell bro, yeah. I've had to learn it firsthand.
I've been watching a lot of documentary shit, and sometimes like I feel like I should have been a fucking lawyer, like.
Bro, yeah.
You definitely would be having business, bro. Like, no, you definitely be on it. Like,
no, if you learn that shit in Oklahoma, like, yeah, with like that's my friend Eric Weed and all that. Like, man, like he got locked up yesterday, and today's his birthday. Happy birthday to him. So, you know, it's like I gotta speak on it just because, like, when you watch your friends going through it, change his life around and like shit, like basically going to jail for other things, but mainly for a plant. And now you can fucking walk around the corner and buy that shit, and it's just fucked up. And the system, it's you learn something about money, like what he's taught me with lawyers and all that. It's all about like favors and just, man, it's fucked up.
I mean, it's kind of fucked up, bro. Like,
but they do their job.
Honest, weed is so beneficial compared to the alcohol. You know what I'm saying? This shit, you drink too much of it, you're fucked up. You can't drive. You can't do shit. You feel violent. You want to shoot somebody or slap somebody. You know?
Right. You just want to yell. Like, you know how to get drunk at a concert.
Right. When back in the days when I used to hit it, like, I was all about fucking making friends, man. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you smoke, bro? Hell yeah. Let's roll one up and just vibe and talk. You know what I'm saying? So
we
like,
turned into a culture. It's like it's another culture. It's like but I've had my hiatuses where I won't smoke weed. Sometimes I feel like you got to clear your mind. Sometimes you got to just keep a sober body. Like there's times, and that's one thing we'll talk about.
When was the last time you did that?
Shit. I mean, no. Okay. So last week I went like 3.5 days without smoking, and honestly, I was like, I smoked first one, I was done. I was tortured. Like I'm a lightweight, honestly. I've smoked since like so I smoked here and there in high school, but my first semester at college, I smoked every single day and made all A's and 1B. I had 6 classes and 5 A's, 1B, and I was like, the fuck, this shit is made up. How's this shit fuck people up? Like I was like, bro, but it affects everyone differently. So it's like, it's just how it affects you. But one thing I was gonna say is the most successful people in the world, they talk about how they go on hiatuses where they'll just cleanse their body and not do some shit like that, and that's like come back to yourself and refocus in. And
It makes sense. It's like kind of like fasting, like that.
like fasting, exactly.
It's kind of like a.
So,
okay.
and that sometimes it's like I don't know, you just take those advice from those people and just try that, apply it. The reason why they're successful, the reason why that, and so it's like I kind of just take the little keys and hints from everything. And that's how I did photography, bro. You put everything into one. I just watched YouTube, watched 20 different people how to do it, and I put all theirs into one.
Do you think that, like you said, you dealt with anxiety? Do you think that the work, like everything you do for work is like moving? So do you think that you use work for like to calm your anxiety?
Yeah. So I gotta be moving. It's
Because it keeps you distracted, huh? Because it's keep you like busy all the time. You know?
I hate sitting there. When I sit there, I feel like I go crazy. Like you see me, like I was sitting there, I was like, if I'm going crazy, looking at like, but it's like I always like to be doing something. I mean, it's like you only live once, and I've always kind of applied that since getting out of high school, and just you got to live every moment to your fullest. And there's those days where you can be lazy, but it's like I hate being lazy. I hate that. Like I'll find a way to do something somehow, some way. Even though I just gotta go drive around. Like even though I go to these big cities and I travel, my favorite thing is just drive around, look, explore, and just if I might not be doing nothing, but I'm driving around listening to music. I'm in my own zone. I'm just that's not. I guess I could do my most mental sharpening is just by myself in my car. This shit's happy. It's a happy place.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, but yeah, hopefully that in general the weed just becomes legal and the state keeps growing as it is because it's been growing, man. It's been growing. I'm proud of the city, man. Ever since I moved here, I've been here for just 5 years, but I used to live here a long ass time ago, and I've seen the progress.
Yeah.
When I left here, like the Devon Tower wasn't there, so like you can imagine.
It's crazy. That's it, man. These Devon Tower, like, and then now you got a park coming, a big ass park. Oklahoma's coming up. I mean, shout out Thunder. Hopefully, get a damn NFL team, man. Shit, I want to watch.
I just don't think we're able to.
Money. We don't have
I think that's what it is. We thank God we got college football.
OU?
OU. Sooner.
Playoffs coming up. You OU fan?
Hell yeah.
You OU fan?
I'm a player. I'm not a fan.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, bro, I'm a diehard OU fan.
The only sports AV do is drinking,
bro,
sipping.
Before I even got in the music and all that, I was going to school to be a petroleum engineer. I was gonna go to OU and I was gonna do the oil and do all that stuff. But I mean, my family, I saw them get laid off from it, and and then also the friend passed away. So it's like that's what kind of
There's nothing better, man, to do your own thing. That's what we were talking about in previous podcasts.
Don't work for someone else, bro. Go work for yourself.
Hell
man.
yeah,
Like,
do it. Do whatever it takes. When your money's short, you got to find ways. There's a lot of ways to make money. So you know what I'm saying?
Hustle. I mean, you don't got to do it the wrong way. There's a hustle. Like fucking look, AV, y'all in here haircuts, bro. You make fucking $100 a day, bro. If you make $100 a day for the whole year, you making a decent living. Like,
you gotta engineer, man. Like when you don't have anything, like you gotta figure out, okay, how am I gonna?
What are you good at, and how can you take advantage of that?
Yeah, man. Like when I seen the whole haircut thing, I was working with this guy, and I seen him make like $4,000 in like 3 days probably, and I was like, this is it.
that's
like,
crazy, man.
and I had always seen my dad making fucking like. He worked his way up, like from making $9 an hour, $12 an hour, 15, 20. Finally he got to like 25, but it took him fucking like when I would go on I seen this dude make 4,000 in 3 days. Like it was fucking cutting hair, bro. Yeah, cutting hair, all fucking getting it in the shop. So that's when I was like, Yep, I'm about to, and I was already doing it just because I loved it. But yeah, you can find ways. That's for sure, man. Like photography, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like,
however, entrepreneurship, there's so many ways to make money. You gotta think.
Like for fucking months, bro. Doug was out there in the clubs, not fucking fucked up. I mean, he probably would get fucked up, but.
Bro, take water shots. Yeah. So I would get fucked up. I wouldn't take a.
Every fucking night shooting.
Bro, for 8 months I worked at the club. I worked from fucking Thursday to Sunday from fucking 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. For 8 months, I was promoting and taking pictures. So for 8 months, I didn't get to go out with the friends how I wanted to. I had to be at the same or these certain establishments, which it was downtown. Which shout out Jeff Rogers. I mean, gave me that was one of the best opportunities I had working in the club. It helped build my platform, and he gave me an opportunity. He helped me get my camera, that Sony that I had, to shoot in the club in those low light and take videos in a lot of situations. But bro, it's just. This shit's hard, bro. You're 22, 21, bro, and you're like out there fucking like
a lot of shit going on,
working all weekend, and also managing artists. You know, just trying to make ends meet.
Best moves and shit.
How'd you handle the party scene, man? Because I know I used to not party at all, and then when I fucking got around, it was a little crazy.
Is that when I started seeing you out in the club a couple times?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would, whenever I was fucking partying hard, Doug was out there working. Like you probably see me fucked up a couple times.
Bro, it don't matter, bro. It was awesome. No, so like, how when I first got into it, bro, I was low key. I was real uptight. I was low key. I was like. I look like a wussy down there. I fucking first time I dressed up going downtown. I don't know how people dress up going downtown. Like, bro, I got a comfy style. I wear Vans and fucking slides and hoodies and shit. Like, and so I had to dress up like it looked good. And I remember the first outfit I wore down there, people was like, I remember the bartender, everyone was like, who the fuck is this cat in here, bro? Like, who is it, man? And so then after that, it's like, I kind of took it, like, I started learning, like, just how to just look good and present yourself, and be around people is like, you meet a lot of people. A lot of people are fucked up, but it's like the way you find out like who's serious and who's not. You know, it's like you'll always you'll link back and we'll talk and all that. But a lot of people down there, they just be like, I don't know. It's not bad, bro. It's fun as fuck. I can't even lie. Being sober is people watching. You get to people watch.
You get to see a lot of shit, huh?
It's not as bad as you think, bro. You get out partying. I mean, you're sober partying. I mean, after like 12:31, I'll start taking some shots to get loosened up. But it's like, I mean, bro, you get to meet so many fucking people from so many different walks of life and from other states and countries that really come in. And it's like, and they're determined on you to have fun. It's like, and then also the people that work in the clubs, bro. You get to meet people like. They're like, let's just go getters, just trying shit. And like, and the thing is, that's their side job. And you meet people that are doing their real life job is fucking like probably just doing the coolest job ever. And like, they just do that to make a little bit of money. Like,
have fun still and shit.
Cool. Like, yeah, like, I recommend everyone being a bartender or a server or something once in their life. It gives you people skills that you can apply to in business and in real life.
Which is very important, yeah, to just
and you learn you get to learn to earn your money. Like, you got to earn those tips and all that stuff. But then also, like, I feel like our generation also tips better than the older generations. Like, I feel like if you got to eat, you probably tip them like $10 or something every time. Like, I always tip 10 because it's like an entrepreneur thing.
When I tell my dad I paid $40 for a cut, he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
$40? Did they fucking give you a hand job or something? Like, like shit.
But I feel like this generation, I feel like our generation is more giving.
Yeah, I typically tend to tip my barber a little bit more than what he normally charges. But it's out of, appreciation and like
they take care
the
of
hustle. They take care of you and stuff. So it's like, I respect their job. I respect their work. You know what I'm saying? I respect the hustle. So it's like, I want to be treated the same way, even though he might not hire me for a video, but whatever the case is, I want to be treated the same way. So I'll give you the same respect. You know what I'm saying? So
crazy thing. First time I went to a barber shop, man, it was like 8th grade. I went to somewhere off of like 16th and Meridian. And I was with my homies to get a haircut. And I was like, bro, I think I'm going to get a haircut. My hair was a little bit long. I had like kind of some Justin Bieber looking shit. And I go in there and like I watched someone get a haircut. And he got a bald fade, and I was like, he looked like he had some shit. It was like a white guy actually, but it was in like a hood barber shop. And I was like, all right, I'm just washing me. He's a white guy. And he was like, okay, whatever he got, I'm gonna get. So he up there, I was like, I want that. So you want a bald fade? And I was like, yeah. And that's all he said, bro. I remember he turned my shit around, bro. My shit was just gone, like, bro, gone, bro. I was like, bro, and it was like a week before school. It was like August, like right when school was about to come in. I was like, I'm gonna get touched up, bro. Fuck me. I had the Justin Bieber cut, like, and I wanted it short, but bro, I didn't want it, bro. I had the bald. I'm talking about skin, and I had football practice. I remember my helmet put on that shit.
That somebody would slap you, and they would hear that, shit.
Bro, dead sunburn and all on the back of my head, bro. I swear to God, that shit sucked, bro. That man. But it was funny. Hey, it was.
How
it
would
was
you
an
able to play
experience.
it off? Because like when you look in the mirror, like because I've had that situation where it's like, fuck, I did not get the cut I wanted.
I mean,
so how were you able to like play it off where like you don't want to hurt the barber? There's some people that just say
bro, I'm in. This is my first time in a hood barber. I'm not saying shit. I'm paying the fucking haircut. I'm walking the fuck out, and that's how I got my shit. Like, what else am I gonna do?
They probably would beat your ass up for
like I
complaining
told
or some
you,
shit.
if you say how you feel when you in those situations, you're like, my boy's like, you don't fucking say shit. You accept it, and bro, you just fucking carry on, bro. Like, bro, I swear to God, like,
Yeah, that could have
Bro,
turned bad quick. That
I always
could
get
turn bad
ragged
quick.
on. Everyone always like, and so it's like I can hold myself in ragging, but then you just know there's that point where it's like, bro, you just gotta shut the fuck up, or else you gonna get they like, bro. And I've learned that, and that I thought I'm the most cultural you meet because I'm just knowing to shut the fuck up, bro, and just be there, bro.
That was
Perfect. That's probably the best advice of this podcast. Know when to shut the fuck up.
no one win. Yep, no one
Shut
win.
up.
Because yeah, I was like but it's like fuck, like how the hell do it like?
Yeah, no,
That's it.
So, what's next, man, for Dougie? Other than so you're done doing shows?
No, I'll come back and do some shows, but really, like, man, that shit just costs a lot of money, bro. It's like when you want to invest in other situations and try to do stuff, or like even just like bro, that shit
So
costs.
talk about that, man. Like, how is it like you're putting?
Bro, you put all that money up front, and you wait like a month and a half, 2 months for you to get the money back. So you gotta think, you gotta make ends meet for fucking 2 months, a month.
So it's like you put that money and then you got to wait for the revenue and see like
Yeah,
how
like-
much was the return on investment.
Break it down, man. Fuck it. Like how does it work? When, like, let's say you're booking fucking.
Say I want to book fucking
J. Cole, let's just put it.
I want to book J. Cole. Then she want to book J. Cole. Well, okay, just get your money together, and you gotta whatever his price is, you gotta pay half of it, and then 9 times out of 10.
So if he asks, let's say for a show 50,000, you got to put
Shit,
25.
if he asked for a show 50,000, you're thankful. That guy's probably like 500,000. Like,
I'm just saying, just to give you a number.
Like no, then them motherfuckers are expensive. Like so when you think about them real people, like bro, it's,
What's the cheapest right now you would get somebody?
I mean, it just depends. You can get some artists for 5,000 or come. You get some artists that are like the average range for like a good artist, like that is doing good.
And we're talking about 30 minutes of show.
Like, I mean, I'll keep it real. A lot of promoters lie to you and try to fucking tell you fake prices to get fucking over on you and shit like that. For a good artist, like I say, like Trippy, you're probably paying 70, 80,000. Or I mean, if you're in the circle, you're probably paying 60. I mean, it just all depends how you can get it. So it's like, it's your relationship. Everything on price is a relationship. So it's like anyone can get anyone, but it's like there's the industry price, there's the tax price, and then there's like the homeboy price. So it's like. It all starts with, okay, so you want to book an artist, you got to get whatever price you can get, whether it's industry, taxed, or whatever. You know, your first time shopping, you're going to get taxed, and et cetera. Then you get the venue, you got to get the venue, you got to get the artist book, and then fucking, that's after you get that, then you can actually do a fucking show. You actually can put a show together and announce it, because you got to have the artist paid, venue, deposit paid, and then you do that show, and then after that, you wait 2 months, or you work 2 months, putting flyers out, paying for fucking promotion, fucking building the team, getting your DJs, getting artists on the show that are actually gonna be beneficial. Like a lot of people like put me on your show, but it's like, bro, can you sell me fucking 20 tickets? Like if you can't bring 20 people in my fucking building, like why would I want to do that? Like, and then like there's a lot of the artists too or promoters that will sell slots, which that's business. Don't get me wrong, that makes you some side money, but shows to me are also about the quality of show, putting on entertainment, like not just throwing someone up there that's gonna suck and then give your crowd the worst experience for 3 hours before the artist comes on. You know what I'm saying? I like to put up there like people who they want to see and stuff. Like with the baby, we had like N7 and P-Wop on there. We had artist. We had a couple other artists on there that like, you know, the city wanted, and it did pretty good. And then with Blueface, we had Hezel on that one. Even with Quando, we did that. And like with me booking those shows, it's so I can put my artists in good positions to be able to meet, you know, Quandos, the Bluefaces, and you know,
That's tight. That is tight.
and Blueface is how I made one of the best connections in my life. That's how I met Zeus and B-Lou and stuff like that. And like my influencer friends, like and they're from Tulsa too. It's like,
So you know them?
I mean, yeah, I mean, we're really, it's like they wanted to come to Blueface, and I saw them tweet about it, and I just hit up Zeus and I was like, you want to come? He's like, yeah, I was trying to figure out through it. And so they came, pulled up, and then after that, like just showed them a good time, took care of them. Like, no, you do anything. You invite guests out. You gotta
You gotta treat them right. That way, they, yeah.
And so like I didn't have like a section at the club and shit. I didn't get to make it to the fucking club. I had like a private room and all that. And I had some friends come up from Texas and shit. And they all went out. And I guess they had the fucking craziest night ever. And in Oklahoma, usually after 2 with the nights.
Why don't you just vlog this shit, man?
Bro, I fucking know.
Why don't you, man? I
know,
feel
bro. Like
that shit would be a movie.
Crazy experiences I ever had actually was Ray Sherman. I was at South by Southwest, and so I'm actually close to my homie John Wells. Shout out to him, bro. He also put me in one of the best positions ever. He worked with Ray Sherman then back when they was blowing up, and we were in Austin, Texas, and he was just calling one day. He's like, bro, you want to shoot with them? And I was like, fuck yeah. Like, hell yeah, that's like Ray Sherman. Like, bro, that's mega level. Bro, they had an arena show that night that they sold out themselves. And
the crazy thing about sorry to interrupt you, but about Doug is I've kept up with him because I've been in the fucking game. So whenever I seen that.
How do y'all two even met?
Seeing each other's work.
Yeah, just internet, like you see, just like you see, bro. You
appreciating
know,
each other's work,
appreciating people actually showing support to people who actually are.
Like, you know, when somebody's grinding, you know what I'm saying. And I would see him, like when I seen that, I was like, that's when I was like, that's crazy because, like, me and Sharp have been shooting in the city for years, and it took us a while to get a big name under our belt. Doug had just started at a couple months and shit, and he fucking got on and he had major names under his belt. So it was like,
bro, that's crazy because it's like that's how a lot of people say it's
like he stepped out of the fucking comfort zone and got in the.
And I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, man. I remember that situation is so when I shot Ray Sherman is my friends. It was our last night in fucking like Austin, Texas. It was me and my 3 best friends, and we're like, okay, we've been working this week. Like let's go fucking to the bars. Let's go have fun. Let's go hang out with some girls. Let's go do just some guy shit with the friends. And I remember I told them like, guys, I gotta go this. And they're like, no, bro, like don't do that. They tried talking me out of it. And I was like, I remember I got mad at him. I cussed my friends out. I said, you motherfuckers dropped me off down there. I'm shooting this, like you're gonna ruin. I'm trying to expand my career and all this. And they dropped me off. And then, bro, actually, like we went with them Ray Sherman. It was so cool because like I was the only the photographer in the press pit in the whole arena. They took me in the back of the fader where I was seeing when Block Boy JB's big song was first came out. Like I was watching that, and then I was linking with their cousin Riff Raff 3 times. That's who they had me shooting with too. And then the crazy thing, we went to an after party, and I was at this after party. And I remember I walked in and we just looked around and we get inside, and I'm like, it's fucking Smoke Perp. I'm like, oh shit, that's Murder Beats. Like, oh shit, that's Dave East. So you were in the whole. Bro, I was like in a party and like I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like all these major people, and that was my first experience seeing people like in the industry. And I'm wearing jean shorts, some fucking Birkenstock slides, and some white tube socks and a white tee. Like I'm just like comfy, and these motherfuckers in here all good. I didn't know what I was gonna get into. Like, and that's one thing I always say whenever like there's these festivals or getting out of the cities. Like you never know what happens. You just go spontaneous because the shit when you feel them come through is when the Southwest next year. Bro, you gotta go, bro. Go with me, bro. I'll touch you on some mansions. I'll take you on some cool shit where there's influencers, YouTubers, podcasts. If we get a house and set up a podcast, bro, I'll host, bro. The guest Doug, South by South. I promise you. I'll bring some in there, bro. I love putting people in good position, and bro, I promise to God, bro, I could bring man. I swear, bro.
But that's huge. Like not being scared to step out there and like shout out to Tech and Maine from fucking Baton Rouge. They came down here for like a week, and they were here working with us like for a full week, bro.
They did that. Yeah, Youngin had a good connection with him. Shout out to Youngin going on.
Yeah, I mean he fucking and seeing the way they came out here. Like these dudes are they're already in there. You know what I'm saying? Independently, just fucking grinded their way up there. And they would give us advice on just little shit like when he seen me shoot my the first video I shot for them, he told me, bro, you're cold as fuck, but you took too long.
Yeah.
He was like, you just took too long. Like you didn't need to do all the extra shit. He was like, you cold though, but you didn't need to do all the extra shit.
Real, those little things will help you out. Man.
Yeah, bro. Like I could have been like mad or some shit, but I was like, this fool obviously.
The industry standard.
Who told you that, Tech?
Yeah, and he had already worked with, like when you work with when I've worked with like Mo 3 or like fucking people like when I was in the studio with Kevin Gates and people like that, to me is like different because I'm like, I've been doing it in Oklahoma City, a small ass little town. Now this dude has probably had fucking 40 more camera guys on him So he's like, he already knows when you're fucking up, you know, like, like you gotta be,
You learn, bro. It's like that's, especially coming from Oklahoma, you don't really learn what there's a difference between Oklahoma.
Kind of like when you play college and then you play, you know, that you're in the big leagues when you're around these people. You're like, oh shit.
Bro, it opens up your eyes because it's real. Like, it's dead ass. I remember, man, there's just so many things about it that, man, that's why I say get out of Oklahoma. You get out and you learn these other cities, and you got to be able to put all the pieces together. And like one thing with me, that's what I try to do. I link with people in Cali, like with Mozzie's camp. Even after I booked him, I'm actually still tapping with him. Like his bodyguard Reggie is like one of my best friends. Like he's telling me, come on, stay in Cali, come stay on my couch and shit like that. Always calling me my artist Hezo, saying, you got that $1 million artist on your line. Like, what's up? Like, you come on out here and work. Like, so it's just building relationships and keeping them, and then just people know when you're real. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to weed out those people, and so and go with the genuine and the passion, the people that bring the best out of you. I feel like.
Hell yeah. That seems like a goddamn movie, man. Just to be around like so many fucking famous people and shit. Like, yeah, that's crazy, huh?
Bro, yeah. Like even whenever Blueface, so like that show, Blueface. Oh, I remember I said nothing happened that show. He got arrested the night before my show at like 2 a.m. with a gun in Cali. The night before my show, like so it was day of my show technically. And I'm like, he ain't coming. I'm at the club, and people are like, coming to me like, bro, Blueface ain't coming. He's got arrested. I'm over here like, damn, my tickets are about to start fucking up, all that. I remember at 7 a.m, his manager, bro, and that same night, I actually linked to a Ski Master Slump God in the fucking studio at Castle Row. Like, it was crazy. Even though Blueface, I was like, all this shit going on. Like, with Ski Mask in the studio and shit, and we was in there and watched Ski Mask fucking chill. Like I brought one of my friends who's a producer. They didn't work or nothing like that, but I brought him in there just like, bring your fucking computer. You never know, someone's gonna walk up to you and like, play me some shit. Just being in the mix. You just gotta make yourself available. And so even though he got arrested, he got out at 7 a.m. His manager Black 100 sent me that video and was like, I'll do this thing, and he's out. And then shit, Blueface came. I actually only got 2 hours of sleep that night, and I had to stay up that whole day and set up the show and everything, and then go and then clean up the show. And bro, then I literally was running off 2 hours of sleep for like, it was like 2.5, 3 days type of thing.
Do you think that's a natural thing you're born with, like being able to take that pressure? Because like me sitting back here, I'm thinking about it, and I've been in stressful situations, but that right there sounds like all your money up front. I mean, yeah, bro. Like these. I mean, let's talk about it.
But I'm gonna say, bro, I've earned my damn stripes through it. Like no one wants to be born for that, and you never know it. But like, yeah, bro, I think I'm built for it, just because like it's adversity. Adversity builds who you are. Adversity.
That's what makes you like even
it
bigger.
Oh hell yeah! I was about to say, I'm almost doing mine. But you know, adversity, bro, everyone needs to go through it. Artists, creatives, all that stuff, because when you get through that adversity, it just makes you a better person, better creative, better everything. Like you gotta go through the trials and tribulations. Like I've been down on my dick before, and all those times is like it makes you learn yourself, and always, period. But
hell yeah,
life's
hell
crazy.
Fucking yeah. So we've been in this for about an hour and 10 minutes, which is a record. So anything else you would like to say? Where can they find your content to begin with, before we forget that? What's the best place to find your content? Because I'm going to put pressure on you. I want to see more content. I want to see more of the documentation. So where can we find it?
I guess start out just on my Instagram or Twitter, Dougie J NYE, and it's DouGiej and then NYE. And
okay.
Just like that. I'll be dropping most of my stuff on that, and then the YouTube channel. Excuse me, you know, the beer's got me. YouTube channel, I say January, February. That's expected. I've already been planning it. But I probably got like 25 to 30 ideas already written up of shit.
Hell yeah! Start stacking them.
Now it's just applying the pressure, man, because my mind's creative, bro. It's just when you
the hustle mentality is there. You already know how to act in certain situations when pressure's there. So it's like, I'm with it, man. I'm with it.
Exactly.
I'm excited to see the progress and just keep seeing like what's the next move, So I'm with that. AV, do you want to add something else?
Thanks, bro, for fucking coming on and sharing your knowledge and experiences. Cause
hell yeah, appreciate you.
Shout out to Darwin. Shout out to AV.
Hell yeah.
Half Court podcast, right? Yeah. Shout out to Half Court podcast, man. Y'all check them out. They're going crazy with it. I promise to God. I promise. They're going crazy. Shout out Darwin.
Hell yeah. Shout out to AV behind the camera for making this episode happen. Co-host. Shout out to Doug.
Shout out to
what was his name?
Dooley. Producer
coming through.
Everything,
I can already see there's a young entrepreneur right there. So stay on the lookout for that. Stay on the lookout for this episode, and we are out. Peace.